Hello everyone, Leatherteen Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to more Stray Gods. I'm really beginning to wonder if I should play this with a controller. Alright, so are you going to be freaking out on me when I walk in, or... Hi?
Hey, Freddy. Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep? What if you were taken prisoner, kept in a cave by a cyclops, or I don't know, turned into a tree? I was worried sick.
You were probably Googling a lot about things. Turn into a tree?
A tree? That's random.
Yeah, Apollo kept chasing this woman named Daphne, and it doesn't matter. Important thing is,
Wait a minute.
we're back.
I met Apollo tonight, actually.
What? No
Yeah.
way. Okay, all right. You have to tell me everything that happened. Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
Yeah, that's what I said.
wouldn't suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up siding with Apollo? Lord of the Sun, god of prophecy? Do you trust him?
I don't know. Yeah, all these idols are nuts, man.
As much as you can trust an idol. I swear, Freddy, they're all nuts.
Oh, yeah. If they're even a little like the stories, you should be super careful. So, what are your options? You need to go back to Apollo's place, right?
I could go back to the underworld. Make sure Persephone isn't taking my decision personally.
Oh, so now I have choices.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Huh. I just spoke to him.
I just spoke to him at the underworld. If he wanted something, why didn't he just talk to me there?
Probably
Because
wasn't
he's
safe.
creepy and wants to get you alone.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge?
Yeah.
That's Pan. I can't help it.
Yeah, that's
But
valid.
it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
Wonderful.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yep. The
Yeah,
singular one
kinda.
left. Man, I wonder what happened. Oh. Talk to Pan. Should go talk to Apollo or go see what Pan wants, but not talk to Persephone? Ooh. Well, it feels like talking to either of those two advances the plot, so what happens if I go talk to Persephone? No. Yeah. Go talk to Persephone. I want to go make sure she's not taking this personally.
As I recall, Grace, when I said stay or leave, you chose to leave. If it wasn't clear,
Yeah.
I don't give second chances. Or did you have some other reason for darkening my doorstep?
I wanted to see you.
I wanted to see you again. Make sure there were no hard feelings.
Oh, so it's a social visit then?
Actually, yes.
Oh. Let me be clear. There are no hard feelings. There are no feelings at all.
Okay.
You came, you got what you wanted, you left. Wherever you need to go next, I'm sure Apollo can take you.
Yeah. We could still be friends.
There's nothing stopping us from being friends. We don't need to be allies.
As I said before, I'm still not convinced of your innocence. I'd say that stops us from being friends.
Okay, but
Really? Still?
Grace.
but
Either you're guilty, in which case you won't be here long, or you're innocent, and we can speak after the trial.
okay, but is that a promise for
One
after the
last
trial?
word of advice before you go. If you want to survive, don't look to anyone else for help. Not Apollo, not Pan, not even me.
Hmm.
You
That's
walked
fair.
away from my offer, and I respect that. Make your choices and live with them.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you're good. Okay, so yeah, that really was. Okay, so if I have to think about this logically, In some weird, twisted, screwed up way, I think I actually trust Pan the most. And the reason why I feel like I trust Pan the most is he is definitely deceitful and he wants something. 100%. But I don't think he's that kind of person from the vibe that I got. Like, rather than kill you, he'd rather just blackmail you for eternity. Apollo is the one that worries me. Apollo was there at her house, very quick to immediately dismiss the fact that the place looks like it had been turned upside down, when Persephone even admitted to having been the one to turn the entire place upside down. And he seems the most hung up over her death. I actually suspect Apollo. And I feel like if I was going to play it safe and get information, I should go talk to Pan. But I kind of want to stick close to Apollo. I want to see where that takes me. So let's stick close to Apollo. Hey, how's it going?
Grace, you're back. That's good. I was just about to call you.
Oh, good.
He means he wants me to call you
Oh, well.
because Paul here still hasn't figured out how to use a phone.
Oh,
That-
well.
That's not true. I know how. I just don't like them. They're confusing.
Oh,
Anyhow,
my God.
I've been
I
contemplating our
mean-
list of suspects, and I think Pan is someone we need to consider.
Interesting. Interesting. So, the first thing that Pan told me was to be wary of Apollo, and now Apollo, who was previously defending Pan, after having some time to think about it, now wants to look further into Pan. I'm trusting Apollo even less. I thought you
Why
discounted
Pan?
Pan.
I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
Persephone did, but I've had time to think it over. Pan is
Interesting.
a schemer, a traitor in favors. He always has been. His sudden appearance in all this cannot be coincidental.
You think he could have killed Calliope after all?
No,
Perhaps. Or he knows who did and is trying to turn it to his benefit.
that I believe more.
He always knows more than he pretends.
What's this
Wait,
about
wait, wait.
phones?
You don't like phones?
I just don't like talking to people I can't see.
Interesting.
No, it's the ringtones. They scare the crap out of him. I kid you not.
I'm not
Huh.
frightened. Only a child would be frightened. They're just very
Very
loud.
loud.
Yeah.
Very loud. The way he's dejected and always kind of looking elsewhere. I wonder if he's the one that's got PTSD. Because here's the thing. Loud noises sometimes very easily set me into fight or flight. And I don't just mean in general loud noises, but the sudden loud noise, the unexpected loud noise, immediately messes with me. And it wasn't something that, like, used to bother me prior to my trauma, like, at all. And I'm gonna say a sentence that's gonna only really make a lot of sense to people who are now sensitive to loud noises because of some trauma. Sharp noises. I'm gonna say it one more time. Sharp noises. It's when you combine the loudness with a moment of high frequency and it's all sudden. Think like those fireworks that just the screamers that just shoot up into the sky, making a loud noise the whole time. But imagine if you weren't prepared for that, and that immediately sets you into fight or flight. Sometimes, like when people clap, like in a very certain way that like really amplifies that sound, like instantaneously next to me, sets me immediately on edge. I had a friend who couldn't stand the sharp way that like a plate broke because of some trauma that she had. I'm not friends with that person anymore, but that was something that she told me that she experienced because of her trauma. So I wonder if he has that same kind of receptiveness to, like, what if ringtones are sharp noises for him?
Can we return to the subject of Pan, please?
Yeah.
You should know. Pan asked me to meet him at Olympus. I'm not sure why.
But I should go alone.
He wants to see you again? I don't like this.
I don't trust it, but I should go alone. I think
don't
he's
know why you're so
harmless.
suspicious. He seems relatively harmless.
Relative to what, Grace? How much do you really know about him?
Huh.
Aphrodite is holding a party of sorts, one you should attend. She
Oh?
is closest to Pan. Indeed, she knows almost all the idols.
Okay.
If anyone is up to something, she's bound to know.
Okay. What kind of party is this?
What do you mean by a party of sorts? I mean, I'm always down for a party, but
It's more of a remembrance than a party, really. It's difficult to describe.
Okay.
that's awfully vague, Apollo.
It'll be easier to see for yourself. It's nothing you can't handle.
Okay. I mean, I could just talk
I
to
still
Pan.
have that invitation from Pan. Maybe it'd be easier if I just went to see him.
You could, but would you believe anything he had to say?
I might be able to coax some truth out of him. I can be persuasive.
Well, whatever you do, be careful. I still think Aphrodite is our best bet.
Okay, I'll go. Eventually.
Perfect. I will see you there.
So,
Paul, you should see this. The names you wanted me to look up are getting weird results.
what kind of weird
I
results?
don't doubt it. I was hoping you could...
Get over here!
No
Oh.
worries, Paul. I'll see you later.
Oh, that softened face. Okay, so I have two options. Talk to Pan or go to Aphrodite's party. I kind of want to talk to Pan, but I do want to go to Aphrodite's party, but I feel like that's where the next one's going to be. Let's go talk to Pan. I don't see why I can't do both of these things. They never specify that there's a time limit, so... Fascinating.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
I just... What is this place?
It's cool looking.
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
Yeah, but not like
This
this.
building. All those people I passed getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace.
Huh.
Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
I like it.
I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here?
Glamour,
Or-
maybe?
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns.
Fair.
Olympus is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect.
Interesting.
It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
Huh. Isn't it grand?
I don't know, Pan. Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better.
That's fair.
This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
Yeah.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
Yeah, well. So how many idols are
How
there?
many idols are there? I've met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know, 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
Oh.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
We're not all equally legendary,
Huh.
it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all.
Oh, probably like local.
Indeed, not all of us are idols.
Local
Some
gods.
are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
So do most
Idols
idols
live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena. before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Oh,
Am I gonna
alright.
have to give him my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah,
darling.
that's true.
First, you must outlive the weak.
Fair.
Right. Good point. You asked me to meet you here?
I did. Though I feared you might decline, considering your rather callous rejection earlier.
Oh, come on.
Regardless, my pride is intact, as is the favor you owe me, which I now wish to collect.
What do you need? I was expecting this.
Oh, sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a
Okay.
key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even.
Okay.
If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the
Hecate.
lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
Would Hecate really help
This
me?
Hecate. Do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
Okay, but would
And
she?
if she's not of a mind?
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything.
I just
can
want to
I?
make sure I'm not getting turned into a toad or something. What is
This reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years. Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself.
Huh? Why?
A rather dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
Is it?
If these relics
Is
are
it
off
dangerous?
limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
Okay.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
No, leave that go, honey.
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
Valid. So what kind of favor is it?
This person I'm to help, what does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
A
Interesting.
matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd.
All right,
The
fair.
man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
All right. That's
So
it.
that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than
That's
that?
pretty tricky, man. I
The
don't.
way you talk, Grace, it makes me blush.
Well, it's just
I
that
trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be?
Fair.
I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly and with open arms.
You know, you suddenly went very high up my list of I think you might be a murderer. That's
that's
reassuring.
exactly what someone untrustworthy would say.
It will not take you long to learn, dear Grace, that among the idols there are fewer truth-tellers than there are liars.
That's fair.
Truths can be hard, after all. But deception? Deception is as boring as it is simple.
Okay.
I'll think about it. But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion.
Really?
Lovely fellow, quite harmless. I'll send a
Really?
package to your domicile
Really?
that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Yep. Okay, so I have to pick either Aphrodite's party or help that one, or help Astarion. Oh my fucking god, that's why I got recommended this. I think I'm gonna end up going to Aphrodite's party. If I have time, I can go to the reliquary after. Oh, why do I have a feeling once I pick one of those, I'm done for? Well, I'll think about it while I'm away. Because that's all the time that we've got for this episode. So take care, everybody.